Hello everyone, I am Dr. Amaranjan Pandit and today we will be going to study about timber. So what is timber? Timber is the wood that is actually suitable for building and other engineering purposes, and they are basically obtained from the trees. But if the girth of the tree is greater than zero point 0.6 meter, then only it can be suitable for the construction purpose. So we have to keep in mind if the girth or the diameter of the tree is greater than zero point 0.6 meter, then only we can call it as timber. So there are actually different places where timber is being used. So timber has good competition with our concrete and steel structure. However, in the next slide, I am going to show you what are the uses of timber. So you can see the uses of timber here in the first diagram. Timber can be used as flooring. In the second diagram, you can see the staircase. In the third diagram, these are the windows. Here on the right corner, these are the doors. And in this figure, you can see from table to floor to roof and column, everything is made up of timber. So this is mainly used in household, but it is not limited to house. It is also used in railway tracks. These are the sleepers that are being used, and wooden bridges are also being used. So from there, this we can know the importance of the timber in our daily life. Next, this is our different parts of timber. So this is most important thing. So as you can see in the left side diagram, the outer part we call it as outer bark, and inside this inner bark which is little bit soft. Then inside this up to this part we call it sapwood. Then there is a change in color between the sapwood and hardwood. You can see that peat is the center and remaining early wood is the gap between this place and this growth ring is this one. So here these are the diagram. In this diagram you can show the outer bark. These are the parts of the timber. Now, what are the defects in timber actually? So there are different type of defects we can see. One is our star shake, which is extended from the bark towards the sapwood. It means it from outer to inward. These are wider at the outside and are narrower at inside. They are usually formed due to extreme heat or severe frost during the growth of the tree. Heart shake, you can see this is the type of defect. This is happening at the center, or we can say at the heart point, heart sapwood. So it will look like a star when it is going to expand towards the bark. This is our knot. This is another type of defect. So before using the timber in our industry or in our household, it should be properly seasoned. Okay, so what is seasoning? Seasoning is actually to control or reduce the moisture content in it so that the durability can be increased. Once the seasoning is done, it is easier to give finishes to the timber. Timber get light and gain resistance against decay. Dry timbers absorb preservatives which enhance the durability. So there are different methods of seasoning. One is natural seasoning and another is artificial seasoning. So in natural seasoning, what we are doing here, the timbers are stacked and they are allowed that in these gaps the air is allowed to travel. So this is our natural type of seasoning, and this is our artificial type of seasoning where you can see that the timbers are stacked and it is a controlled room where the temperature is controlled, there is ventilation, there is fan, and the temperature is controlled in it. So this is done so that the durability of the timber can be increased. So this much for our timber. Thank you for listening.